Hi there. Today I'm going to demonstrate to you how to make a homemade bone stock. It's also one of those things that seems a little bit hard if you haven't done it before. I know that was certainly the case for me, and I put it off until I actually did it and then realised how easy it was. So first up we've got our bones, and I'm going to show you. If you have a look at there's about 2 kilos of bones in there, and I go to the butcher and ask for, most of the time, beef marrow bones, so that we can get a really nice gelatinous forming bone stock, which has a lot more healing properties to it. The basis for vegetables generally tends to be celery and carrots. I've got 3 sticks of celery, so we're just going to chop those up roughly and then pop them into this with the bones. And then we've got some carrots, which I've already washed the celery and the carrots. I haven't peeled the carrots. A lot of the goodness is in the skin, so we're going to keep that on. And then again, I'm going to roughly chop the carrots as well and add those in. Any hard, kind of more a tougher vegetable is going to work. Even like a bit of cabbage and things like that will be good. But I generally tend to use the celery and the carrot, and then some onion for a bit more flavour and also nutrition. Again, roughly cut those. These are quite small, so I've cut them into halves. This is one we have already used a little bit of. So keep the skin on, because again the goodness is in the skin. I'm just going to, you can pop those in as well. Then herbs. So herbs are always going to add some flavour, and they are so medicinal. They have so many good nutrient and healing properties, so they're always great to throw in as well. I've got a big handful of lemon thyme that I have, so I'm going to pop that in out of the garden. And I've also got out of the garden a nice bunch of parsley, Italian parsley, and this is also with the Italian parsley, so you can see that's a really nice big bunch of parsley. Add that in. Greens, really nice. And then also I've got some basil growing in the garden. It's a heirloom basil, which is absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to put the flowers and the basil in there as well, so I'm going to pop all that in. You've got rosemary, sage, that's also good. I've got some dried bay leaves, so I'm going to pop those in just for extra goodness. So, I mean, really that's the basics that you need. You didn't have to have as many herbs. I've just got lots in the garden at the moment, so can't wait to add all those in. I also love adding some garlic, especially through the winter months. Extra immune boosting properties, and the sulfur in garlic is just so good for us generally. It's one of the 3rd most used nutrients in the body, so it's also a really good one to be adding in. Great for our immunity. I'm also going to add some ginger in. I love ginger, and again, for its really immune boosting properties. So that's probably, 1.5 centimetres, a good chunk of ginger that I'm going to pop in. So we've got the basics for our stock. Now I'm going to boost it up and show you a few more things that you can add in, like the lemon and the ginger for extra nourishment, extra healing properties, and flavour as well. So I've got here some wakame, which is a sea vegetable, and this one is actually from Tasmania, so in Australia. So it's a good clean brand of seaweed. So I'm going to add in about a tablespoon of that. So we just pop that in. Sea vegetables are great for the minerals that they have, iodine and extra nutrition. Great for kids. Great for all of us. And I've also got here some shiitake mushrooms. You don't have to go to this, but I'm just showing you the extra nutrition and extra things that you can add. So I'm going to put in, they're dried, so I'm going to put in about 3 of those in there as well. And then that's it. The stock is done. It's full, and now all we do is just pop that onto the stove, and it's probably similar for me for a good 5 or 6 hours. The other idea is to pop it into a slow cooker. Works really well. That probably takes a lot longer, maybe 24 hours to simmer away in the slow cooker, or you could even use a pressure cooker. Pressure cooker still works. It's great when we're busy and we want to get a stock done quickly, but I do prefer the slow cooking and the slowness of pulling out the nutrients. I just wanted to also tell you or show you the stock once it's set in the fridge. So it's finished and you'll strain it off, reserve all the liquid, and then I give leftover bones and some of the vegetables to the dog, which he loves. But once you put the liquid into the fridge, it will set into this gelatinous form if you've used the marrow bones or some of the neck bones and things like that. I use it, I put a tablespoon or two into my tea. Also, if the kids run down, every now and again I'll pop it into there, make a tea for them. Or then it just goes into soups, sauces, wherever I need a bit of liquid, I'll add in the stock. It keeps in the fridge like that for a good 10 days. Otherwise, pop it into the freezer. I store it in glass jars like this, and it stores really well in the freezer as well. So I hope you enjoyed that and it motivates you to make your own, and please share with us how it all goes.